Alright. We in. Let's get that chat going. Oh, they changed the little mod thing. That's cool. Hi, MB. How's it going? Not completely cured on my side. Not completely. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. It's way better than it was. So we should be back on the stream grind. The video went well. The stream went... Not the stream. The kernel video went well. I'm happy about it. Like, I'm not triggered about the research, which is great. But I could have been triggered about the production quality. But who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Was good enough. Was good enough. So how's it going, MB? How's it going? It's going okay. That's fair. That's fair. Very fair. Oh, I haven't switched. All right. Okay. We need to get this shit going. We need to get this done. To get this done. That's some freaking wording right there. Okay. So. I have some thoughts. Okay, a lot of thoughts. Maybe we can yap about it a bit. I'll be so happy when I'll be able to have a clean nose. Okay. So, now that we're redesigning pretty much everything that has to do with the SQL and database, should we... Am I being retarded for thinking that would be a good idea? We could make it so that right now we have some kind of modular thing going on with the parsers, right? We could make it a little bit modular on the, like, which database type we use, right? Just set a common type of command that the database should be able to do, and we just implement it in the language that we need it to be. That could be an idea. Or am I overthinking it? Maybe that's what... Maybe that's what SQL alchemy would be good for? Isn't that the thing? Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. That would be a good tool for this. Because is SQL Alchemy like able to do the front end? Sorry, able to do client interaction with multiple SQL type? The dialect of SQL can communicate with various type of the API. Okay, so if we implement it, we would automatically gain compatibility with these, I guess. But it assumes a certain correspondence between the two. Oops. Okay, I'll reread that. But it assumes a certain correspondence between the DB table and the data class that you use. So we would need to still have a bridge between the representation of the parser and the representation in the DB. Oh yes, absolutely. Yes, our classes cannot just be thrown as they are right now inside of a DB. I agree. What I want to be sure is that we don't have to like re-implement the same fucking thing 15 times. Like if we could just set how we want our DB to look one time in SQL Alchemy and then have like 3 commands for how to connect to a specific type of database and let the user choose, that would be very fucking cool, right? That would be awesome. But I don't know if SQL Alchemy even does the connection part, or if I'm just a dumb fuck. Yeah, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself and we should just fucking throw everything in the DB and... Okay, that's some very, very fucking... Okay, we're... Okay. That one called me, okay? That's one called me. That is how it works. Okay. So the only thing we have to change is the connection part. Well, okay. Here, the only reason why I would want to use something like this is just to have a simple way to connect to multiple DB. The rest of it, I don't give a fuck. Because we do our own work of figuring out things are stored and what. I just don't know if it's superior to use this. Or if I'm just making myself, like, way more complicated. Yeah, maybe we would need to, like, change a couple of things. You know what? We're thinking too much. It will create the table corresponding to... Oh, that's not a function that I want to have. That sounds... I don't know. You know what? We'll do our own shit for now, and we'll keep it simple. I'm overthinking. So let's start by stripping all of the dumb shit out of this, okay? So there's a bunch of shit that should have never been there. This will probably have to go, but let's... DB utils. Just show that it's the end. Okay. So change set. Okay, we're going to rework this. Maybe I don't want to kill this part. Alright, let's start by building something new that kind of works, and then we'll strip everything. I just don't want to be, like, searching for some dumb shit somewhere that I'm not able to find. Alright, let's put at the very end a new function. Am I doing this correctly? Yes, okay. Def initialize DB. New! It's been so long, I don't even remember shit. Okay. So we'll end with a return. Okay. So let's just start this off, initializing everything that we need. So do we assume connect SQL? I guess we do. Oh, yes. We can do setDB. I've got a dumb command for this. So we can do db equals setDB. There we go. And then we should be able to just throw some shit. Using this. Yep. All right. Okay. Let's start making this structure going, okay? What the fuck did you wrote? Because it looks so fucking good. Let me pull it up. No pressure, but did you end up knowing why in the first place you put the text into the thing and not outside of the thing? Because I feel like I'm missing something. Thing! Haha! Okay. Let's do this. Let's start with files. Alright. So I guess with our construction of this, each branch is separate, right? We don't share the stuff between the different branch. Because meta stuff ID. Nope. I'm being retarded again. FK meta stuff ID. Sorry, my brain is having a hard time. I think it was because the only code left in the code table was comment and keyword as the function and the def with their own table. Okay. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. We're just going to do some shit and we'll see. Anyway, that part we're like not getting there anywhere soon. So I guess the part that is fucking my brain right now is I feel like I had an answer for this and I didn't wrote it down like a fucking retard. We're going to be in a situation where we're going to have multiple branch overlapping, right? So if we look... Bro, Rain, come in! We're gonna have stable branch, we're gonna have the main branch, we're gonna have the history branch, and something that I would personally like is also have some experimental branch, right? If we could have something like Alright, it's probably one of those. Or not. Rip. Alright, I have somewhere stored. It's like an experimental version of Linux, which was the first one with XFS. Not that one, but like an earlier one, right? So that would be cool too. The usage of the function was almost all already stored in the thing and the token table. But it is now difficult to rebuild the source file exactly as it was. Okay, so maybe we need to fix that in our mind first. Do we really want to go with that flattening thing? Or maybe we don't have to rebuild the table. Sorry, the file. Maybe we can just still send the file from Git and on the client fuse it with the information that we have, right? Because with we have all the positions, we can highlight shit, we can find things. So even if we're missing a bunch of new of spaces, or maybe some comments that were not parsed correctly, I don't think that that's the end of time, right? So I think that my main stress would be how to order things so that our file is not fucked if ever like we add a space out of nowhere. Like if a dev just adds a space at the start or a new line at the start, we wouldn't want everything to fall apart. Shit. We would need some kind of relative positioning. Goddamn. Okay, I'll think about this. Any missing thing could be reparsed or processed later. It is not like the data has to be captured now because it will be gone later. Yes. But I'm just saying that whenever we implement the thing, whenever we implement the client, we don't have to get it all from the DB, right? We could ask a copy of the file from the server, or maybe like pull one ourselves and then fuse the two. And we wouldn't have to reparse anything because the tokens that we have, the AST that we have, the position is good on them, right? There's no issue there. We just need to store them correctly. So the way that we could do this, right? Let's think about this. Okay, let's make this simple. Or let's put letters. A, B, C, D, E, F. All right. Okay. So let's say that we start with define F at line 5, right? So we store line 5 for define F. So we say line, so we have our, let's say we have our first parse. Oh, that would be a good idea. Okay, so this is our initial parse. First item in the motherfucking list. This, sorry, this. Let's just start making some shit and try to make it make sense. Whoops. Alright. So let's say that our initial file is this, right? So the way that we store our things, we need it to be able to lay over one another correctly. So we need to be able to add stuff correctly, right? Because the way that we store our things, we're gonna have like a function here for that version, a function here, a function here. Maybe this function replaces this in part or in whole. So we need to be able to do that. So let's first, okay. So let's say that we would want to add something in between these two. We would need to store the line number and whether or not we add a line. Oh wait, that's so fucking trivial. I'm so dumb. So the first one, the first thing that we store, or the first things, we would just have to put absolute positioning. Not even. I'm so fucking dumb, bro. Oh my god. Wait. Okay. Sorry, I got it. Alright, if we... Here's the issue. We were storing the line where the things start and the line where the things end. That's not how we want to store this, okay? Here's the big brain move. We put line start, and we put the amount of line that we add or remove. Boom! Everything is solved. Because here we can just say we start... Oh, maybe not. No, it would work. Then we could encode all the change. Right? Because if we want to add something here without adding a line, we could do... Like, that would be how it was stored. So we would just have to add line 7, 0, because we're not adding a line, equals the define that we have. Yes, technically, well, the first part of it, it would be real line for the version where it is applied, right? But outside of the version where it is applied, then it's not real line. So if we remove lines, we would have to decide if removing meant this or if removing meant this. But I don't know. And phantom lines if you remove some. Like if you joined... If you join two lines, you get a phantom line. Not sure I understand. You mean that there's overlap? Or is this a real term that I'm, like, retarded? Okay, to get... Not a real term. It's okay. We're going to make it a real term. I think I'll love it whenever I'll understand it. Okay, to get a real line number, you subtract and add the phantom and virtual. Okay. So... Is like line 6, is this virtual? And 1, is this phantom? So you would have virtual line and phantom line. Yeah. Oh, okay, phantom is for removal, virtual is for creation. Okay. I'm just surfing on your idea. Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got it, I got it. Now I understand your terms. Right. Yes. Okay. So is there something fucked about about this? I guess, am I failing anywhere? I don't think so. Like, right now we've added a line. Well, we have not added a line. We've modified a specific line. Maybe the issue comes whenever we come to characters. Like, this works with a full line. But we don't really have full lines that often. I guess the same concept can be expanded. A lot is fucked about this. Yes, I agree. Aren't we, like, redoing Git? Isn't that what we're doing right now? Fuck. I feel like we're redoing Git, but I have no clue how I should go about using Git to make this better, right? Because Git will just like bite a freaking part of the file and do like this thing, right? And it's not necessarily what we want, because we want to bite a portion of a file that is linked to a function. We are doing Git++ base, Git sharp. No, not Git sharp or Git++++. Greetings, Nigma. How's it going? Git doesn't get you the location of the definition or all location or use a struct. Indeed. How are you, man? I'm doing way better. Hello, not to help. I just feel like Git for sure has already like fixed this for us. How do we read this shit? Okay, how is this stored? Where can I find raw? No, I don't want to ask a co-pilot, you libtard. Bro, I'm so lost. Bro. Indeed, I agree. But the part, like the positioning things, it has it. What the fuck? Okay, the part that I'm triggered at is we're supposed to be able to see whatever the fuck this name is. Not name. Can I see the raw shit of this? Bro. This is possible. I don't want to go in the terminal. What the fuck, bro? I guess no, there's nothing more. I'm just a retard. But not the line after resolving include joining table and stuff. Yeah. If I do this, it's going to be retarded. Okay, thank you. I'm so triggered. Anyway. Okay. Okay, fuck Git. Fuck Git. We need to think about this for real. No, not you either. It's true, we can copy paste using the mouse. God damn. If only I didn't have a broken mouse. Okay. Okay. So let's say that we go under that addition and subtraction method. So we would give it a start position, which would be line start character. Wow, correct. Fuck my ass. God damn. Char. Your mouse is also broken. Yeah, middle wheel is broken for years. I need to buy a new mouse. This poor little thing. Dr. Doolittle is not an IT tech? You could just use Git to view the file, by the way. I know I can view a file in Git. Or not there. I'm sorry, let me get you in, Enigma. MB Ware and I, we're talking about the fact that, well, no, I declared that I was giving up on storing the full file in the database, and that we would download a version of the file and then apply all the highlights and the features and thing to it. And when I was fucking around with Git, it's because I wanted to see the diff in Git, but not like the... Like, there is a shorter, better diff, but no, I guess. Fuck me. Okay. Okay. So let's say that we don't only store the line, but the character start. We also store if we... Oh, but we cannot store it like that, right? Okay, so this doesn't work. Because whenever we delete lines... Like, let's say that we add lines, but delete lines at the same time. We are screwed. This is an impossibility. Oh, alright, I was just... It's all good, brother. All good. Right, so right now with that system, like, let's not even think about characters. It declared. Yeah, for now, let's not think about, like, the full file. Because if we do, we're going to cook ourselves. For now, we just need to find a way to be precise in how we store information. But now, like if we use this solution, which, just to be clear, we would be storing line start, and we could say a modifier. So if we add lines or if we remove lines, this number would tell us. But that wouldn't work because this doesn't allow us to do add and removes, right? The way that we could resolve that is maybe adding a third number, and that third number, what it would essentially be doing is giving us position on the current file. So if we have like line start, well, we could say current line end, okay, line end. So if we have, let's say, line start, fuck it, God. Okay. Okay, fuck. Goddamn, I need to draw more. Okay, the issue that I'm having is, what if we delete this line and we add another afterward? How would we do that? Right now we couldn't, right? So what we could store would be line 7. The modifier would be 1 because we are adding a line. And then the final line position in current file would be 7. So with that, we would first look at this, line 7, we go to line 7. If we have 1, oh, but that would be fucked as well. Would it? I'm overthinking this. This would work. I'm just not thinking about it correctly. Drink more. For each line, just keep the original line number. Would that work? Okay, let's do your example, right? If we keep the original line number, how do we process adding something in between those? Right? So if I say, oh, I want to add something at position at line 7. Okay, I want to add define A at line 7. Currently, if we just execute that raw, right, let's say line start is 7, line end is 7, right? We just execute that raw, we've just overridden this. This is not what we want, right? We would want C, sorry, we would want define C to go down one step and then define A to take its place. How do we make that happen? That's my issue. And then, once you find a solution for that, right, the issue is, how do you handle deletes? Because if we're not overriding a line, we need to handle deletes. And the reason why I want this, it's not for any like dumb fucking reason, is because if we don't implement this, we're fucked with a system where every time that there's a change up in the file, we're forced to reissue new items for each of those, right? We're forced to create new items for everything that come afterwards. And that's giga retarded in the bigger files. We cannot have that going. Like, okay. I'm sorry. We can do that, right? We can note down all the fucking lines all the time. But if we do that, we're pretty much redoing the whole system I already had, which is trash. The whole system I already have is literally store all the lines for each version. No, it's okay, Enigma. You don't have to have a solution. I'm thinking about this. Look, maybe that's not retarded. Maybe it's not retarded, right? Let's say that we have one table that describes the define as an item within this file, right? Within like socket.h, okay? So we have a table that is there to describe the define. We could also have another table that would only be there to store in relation to a file. So let's say it starts with a file ID, and the second part would be thing ID, let's say, thing ID. So thing ID would not have any line number attached to it, but this bitch would, right? So this would have a thing ID. With then the lines, right? Line start. So maybe that would be it. So that way we have a table that's responsible for literally binding everything to the lines. We have a table that's responsible for when a specific thing actually changes and doesn't just move within a file. And then we could do... Well, then we would not even need the whole flattening thing. We would just have to read within this. Maybe? It would make simpler calls, that's for sure. At least simpler for my mind. Like, we wouldn't need to flatten anything at that point. We would just need to follow that table. I don't know. Sorry, I've been yapping for a long time without seeing chat. That was the idea that I was thinking from the point. Where would you keep the information about that thing ID? That was the original vision I had, but then I moved the code into the thing. It's all good, Enigma. It's all good. I'm yapping way the fuck too much. Okay. So we're not talking about actual files. We're talking about designing a system to process said files. How do we want to store them? We're having a DB talk right now, an SQL talk. It's just disguised. Okay. So and be aware. From what I get, the explanation with storing the line into one table, storing the thing into another, and binding them was your idea. Then I definitely have no fucking idea what this is. Okay. Yeah, then this makes absolutely no sense to me. Wait a second. Alright, fuck it, I'll do a thing. Okay, so you would move this. Well, I would move this over to definition. Or maybe I don't understand definition. I think the rest of this I don't understand. Fuck. Let's... You know what? Fuck it. I'll re-implement it. Okay? Okay. This one is based. That phrase is concerning. Which one? Do I sound schizophrenic? Is that the thing? Andrew! Okay. Okay. Okay, first of all, meta stuff ID. And beware. Yes, absolutely. I just want to know why you do things in a specific way, and I know that there's some things that you have no fucking clue. That's okay. Meta stuff ID. This is for different projects, right? If you want to, like, have Linux and also have BSD in the same fucking place. Was that the idea that you were going with that shit? No, not exactly. Okay, then it goes. Okay, we're in. That's good. Okay, file instance ID. That makes sense. File name. That's good. Git version. Yes. Project version. Yes. MD-hash. Yes. Okay, fuck that. Now, thing. I'm sorry. This, no. No. There's also to support rename split move. Remove it then. Yeah, I'm removing it. Absolutely. But when you say that, like I thought that the splits were split link. But anyway, it's all good. No. You need both. Alright, fuck it. I'm not thinking about this now, okay? I'll unfuck this later. Alright. Okay. Splitting is to follow where it goes when the meta thing is to keep the identifier between version, rename, and all. Just add it later. I don't... Okay, I'm going to ask another question for you now. Why would we even need a meta stuff to like link stuff together whenever we have the file name, which is how this shit is going to be identified anyway? This is how we're going to search for it. And we could probably add how it ended, right? We could have an end status. And that end status could be like either deleted, modified, or moved. And whenever it's moved, we could check the file ID into the splint link, and we would know what the fuck happened to it. Okay. In version 1, function A is in file. In version 2, function B is in file. Okay, I think you're explaining meta stuff. Maybe. Fuck. Ignore me. Okay. Fuck it, I'll build something. I'll do it all. I appreciate you trying to dump some knowledge into me, okay? It's very American of you, MB, to shoot some knowledge into me. Okay, I just want... Please yell if ever I'm doing something retarded, okay? Okay, so so with the... Bending logic to his will again. Okay. Okay. So moved. We could have file instance ID, to file instance ID, maybe. Yeah. No, that would be fucked. Because if we do that, it would not allow us to have RCs. Or would it? Fuck. It's all about drawing. I'll need to do a video. All good, all good. Alright, fuck it. I'll just do shit based on and status. I'll just build something and we'll see how retarded it gets. Words are hard. Keyboard M2. Alright. Insert pen sound. Dong. Okay. Okay, so we have files. Files are all fucking stored somewhere. We have their ashes. We have ashes. I sound like I'm fucking burned these files. Okay. Okay, that's great. Now the includes. That's a good idea to have that separate. But right now, I shouldn't even think about that. Let's just think about the design that I already fucking did. And see where it's retorted. And where I have a point. Okay. Okay. We need somewhere that stores all the possible version. Because if we don't store that, we're going to feel really retarded very quick. So maybe we store it in a file somewhere or in there. Name. Just store the fucking version name. Who cares? I hate you and my autism. Why? Ding, 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 ding. Definitions are where a struct function variable is defined. Okay. Okay. Metal pipe. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Okay, fuck. I'm sorry. I'll try to be... Okay. Fuck. Brain. Come back. Come back. Do I really want to store the include? Nah. Nah, we ain't storing them, okay? We're not storing them now. Keep this fucking simple. Okay. 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 Just thinking about files. We're just thinking about files. Files only. Only files. Should I... No, you don't have. You don't have to. We're good. We're good. Only thinking about files, okay? So, right now with this, we would be able to find the file we need. The problem that I see with this dumbfuck design... How would we know what file is where? Right? How would we have this without burning like 15 seals worth of fuel? We should probably store a list of files somewhere, right? Yes, but what you're saying here is that we would need, every time we want to check a specific version, to check all the file names in the database, just to load this. Right? We need to store this. Yes, we've done that already, Nigma. We're just redoing it so it's done correctly. So we probably just should... We're going to throw so much shit to the client. We should just store the whole list somewhere already processed for us to savor. Okay. Is this the kind of thing where, MB, you were about to say, no, buddy. Just search through the whole database using text. And we're just going to process everything because some files are going to be deleted, others not. I feel, when you say this, MB, I feel that I'm missing something. Okay, you have that in Git. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, I was missing the message. Okay. Okay, so we would get that from Git. Or maybe I'm reading this wrong. Fuck. Who cares? Okay. Okay, fair. Very fair. Okay. Yeah, let's write this down. I'll get it from Git. Because if I don't, my brain's going to fry. Well, like, we can say don't worry too much about performance, but there's a point where, like, it just feels like you're creating a dead end. Who could have guessed, Nigma? Who could have guessed? Yes, optimization can be done later, but destroying the whole DB to do that optimization doesn't feel like it. But I'm being retarded. I'm being retarded. It's okay. Yes, yes, I'm being retarded. It's okay. It's okay. It's me, okay? It's my brain that's failing. Okay. Yes, that's the issue. If the DB is built right, you won't have to redesign the DB. Famous last word. The guy just fucks up his DB, start from finish. Oh man. My problem is that Minecraft doesn't have a system for actually creating new blocks for some reason. You're probably doing something wrong, Nigma. Probably. Probably. Alright. Why does it do that new line thing? Okay. Whew. Okay. Brain. Okay. File. File. AST. Bridge. And here, let's put AST. Alright, they're dumb. I don't believe you at all. It's because of Kate Develop. I know, I hate it. I hate when it does, like, some magic shit somewhere. Okay. I'll need to think about my AST. But, fuck it. File, instance ID. Bro! Get this back. File instance ID. Goddamn, that feels so retarded. Hi, Rust. How's it going? About the kernel video. How long did it guess the other one to get 20 plus 20k views? I don't know, let's check. I have access to all of that. Brother, it looks pretty fucking good. It depends which one. Right now, the 6.18 got its ass fucking clapped. Holy. 6.16 was a fuck. Well, that one was a big one. That one was a big boy. Okay. I think as we go check, it's like 100k view. No? It wasn't that one? Okay, that's good, that's good. You humbled me. Ooh, some revenue. Look at these subs. Okay. But yeah, we're doing good. We're doing pretty freaking good. Like, how long? Last one didn't even get 20k views. That feels impossible. Didn't I get 20k views on that one? Brother, what the fuck? Hello and welcome to this new video. Now only slop remains. True! This is pure slop. Alright. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. I look too much at this. Bro. 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 No! Okay. I have some retarded comments. It's insane. Though, if I'm going to be optimistic... Alright. Yeah, it was a good one. I spoke a little bit at the start, but I'm proud of the research levels for this one. Not proud for the production quality, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I'll work on this shit. I'll fucking go, okay? I'm done for today. Love you all, folks, but fuck this. Alright. We're working on this tomorrow. Okay, fuck you. Did I actually do something? No, I did not. You're never proud of anything, do you? No. No, I'm not. Because it's not what I want it to be. I'm a perfectionist, okay? That's my issue. That's my issue. But hey, I'll live with it. Okay, fuck this. Fuck me. Bye-bye. Love you all. We'll see each other tomorrow, okay? I'll think about it for real. Ciao.